Hello guys, welcome back to another episode review of Hollyoaks for Tuesday, 4th January 2022. Again, long way back, but I'm carrying on, continuing. We're going to start off with this whole situation with... Let's start off with Darren and Nancy because they're in the picture first, as you can see. Their relationship seems to be kind of growing, but there's little potholes in their relationship, little cracks, and Nancy is not always pleased with Darren, given that he's kind of slipped up a few times in the past. When I say slipped up, he had this whole gambling issue and such, and obviously she's just recently found out that he's been locked away in a hotel or something with Maya, that weird lady. I think Charlie found out somehow, and Nancy's kind of given Darren a bit of a hard time. Darren's trying to kind of smooth over the edges by being, as you can see, he's handing her over a smoothie. Obviously, Darren's trying to put the charm on, but it's not really working. Well, it is semi-working, but Nancy's obviously a bit more smart. But she's trying to get to the bottom of it, what exactly is happening. And obviously, Darren's saying, look, he's been kidnapped. Obviously, it sounds a bit absurd. Darren's been put in a very difficult one there, because don't forget, when he was kidnapped, he actually suffered a lot. Because imagine someone being kidnapped, and like mentally he was probably going through it. It's anyone, it will take a toll on anyone's health, and obviously for him to come back to his family now, they're questioning him, or kind of, do you know what I mean? It's one thing you're kidnapped, and it's one thing your family don't believe you. It's difficult, I'd imagine. Um, so I do think they got really good chemistry there, but I also think that he was treated better by Mandy in terms of just in general. But I think that because Mandy was sneaking around as well, like with Ella and stuff, and she was looking at her for her children and such. Obviously, Darren had enough, and obviously, he wasn't really feeling that much of Mandy as well. But that's just my kind of observation, really. And obviously, this whole thing with Charlie and Ella, Ella's kind of gonna expect him now, and it is pretty weird, but it happens, to be honest. Yeah, I just think they're too young, and obviously, the fact that Nancy's left kind of Charlie and Ella to go at their own pace and everything. Probably a mistake, because there should have been restrictions in my opinion at their age, to be honest. Moving on, we're gonna talk about Marnie and Misbah. Well, Misbah really. Obviously, kind of facing up to what Ali is and everything, and just like whatever she does in the day, she's gonna be thinking about that weirdo as well. So it's playing on her mind, and obviously she's coming at the workplace. One of her patients, has been abused as well. She's trying to get her help, and unfortunately, that's where society is at the minute, and we can only hope it gets better, gets more improved. The guys are more educated and such, and yeah, obviously Hollyoaks is bringing out a very important story there, and highlighting a lot of not good stuff, but I mean very important stuff. That's what I'd like to rephrase it as. And obviously Dave's wife and Warren, um, they had it out as well, because Warren's trying to protect Maxine. Warren was like, kind of tell Dave to stay clear from Maxine, because obviously this is what I found very interesting, is that Warren's having Maxine's back a lot. And what I mean a lot, I just feel like as a viewer it's over the top, where I just think that obviously if your Mrs. Dad comes out of the woodworks, like biological dad comes out of the woodworks, you should be involved enough in the sense that you're there to support for her, but getting too involved and too kind of like bodyguard, or like a guard dog, literally, is a bit kind of, maybe Maxine likes it, but in a normal circumstance, it's just a bit odd, because given the fact that Warren's always thought about himself in the past. I just found it a bit funny as well, like a bit comedy, because he's like, to Maxine, uh, kind of to Maxine's dad, how much of a great person she is, and he's lost a belter there, and really kind of threatening him as well. And then I think it's a bit melodramatic as well, to be honest. Who knows? So given that Maxine hasn't really done an awful lot for him as well, to be honest, because there were other women in Warren's life probably have done more for him, minus Sienna, because obviously Sienna's a bit of a wild child. Um, I think they do have chemistry, Maxine and Warren, but I think Warren needs to tone it a bit down, just in my opinion. So it's like a mutual relation rather than one-sided. Um, yeah, and on the other hand as well, Scott, he's trying to adopt and everything. He's bought loads of kind of clothes and everything, so toys and stuff for the adoption meeting, I believe. Tony and Diane's there to help him, and it looks like he wants to adopt by himself. I wasn't too sure what the law was. Obviously, if you're single and you're trying to adopt, might be a bit difficult, but obviously Tony and Diane's there to support him. But I do think if he had his own child, I think he would actually be quite a good dad, because he's pretty funny, got his morals kind of screwed on as well. He's not really a dodgy kind of character. He's a pretty decent lad, and I think also I want to make the comment that I just thought about randomly today as well, that Tony, Diane, and Scott, obviously they're a family. They make such a good, vibrant family, and I want to use the key word, vibrant, because when they come on the screen, everything's just like flows with them and all the characters. Tony, Diane, Scott, you can like feel the magic between them, like, because it's like such a cast where they're in sync. That's what I can say. And yeah, again, they just all look very happy together as a family, and I hope that they stay on like this. And obviously the vibes are pretty good. Let me know what you think about the Cunninghams as well, and other plot storylines. I think obviously you can see here, Maya looks a bit of a dangerous character here, and she's obviously threatening. I don't know what she's up to. She obviously was threatening Darren. Now she's up to no good. You can just tell she's gonna cause havoc in the village. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought in today's episode review, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.